It's a great segue into the next chapter here. We're going to talk about your true underlying motivation. So now we're moving from the surface of the chart, we're moving up here, and you have what's called an innocence motivation. Has anyone talked to you about this before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like Teresa and I have like talked about this as well. And I think just on that, so I know the transference is desire. I
Right.
think I have spent a lot of my life, like I was very much an achievement go-getter, that
Right.
kind of thing. But I feel like previously I used to, and that might have also been like conditioning and like familial like sort of background and stuff like that. But I've spent a lot of time in my life like being an achiever and going after goals. It's only
Yeah.
very lately am I starting to like not do that.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah, that's very much the picture here. So, innocence is about just being, doing what you love. It's not about trying to get anywhere. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you quote unquote get somewhere, okay, because you are called as a second line profile, because you've been recognized, because it naturally occurs, that's not incorrect. That's totally fine. It's just you're not supposed to have this disciplined agenda and plan to get somewhere, to become something, to become better, to be improved, et cetera, et cetera. The other trap here is in regard to how you relate with other people and trying to be a motivator to them. So a lot of the people who are these big, motivational coaches and speakers, they have innocence motivation and they're obsessed with motivation for themselves and by extension for other people. So you're not here to motivate other people. As a matter of fact, you're here to be a reprieve from the world of achievement as innocence motivation.
I find
You
that
are
really interesting.
you are a reprieve from the world of power dynamics, of achievement, of getting anywhere. You're just being. And that's a delicious thing for people. And so when you are
Mm,
actually aligned with that, people will sense that and they will seek you out. There's solace in that. There's great healing in that. Stepping outside of the game of society. And just to be frank, and I don't want to make this sound too dark, but you know, when innocence becomes distorted by desire, it can go to very dark places. More than any other motivation, it really corrupts. Here's an example. Steve Jobs was an innocence motivation. Okay, so I don't know how much you know about Steve Jobs, but he has a reputation for being just a tyrant. So bullying his direct reports and all that kind of stuff. So there's a real the perfect word for it, but it's really a dark power dynamic that can come out when you get out of touch with your innocence. So, as you said, desire, I think you get it, achieving goals, all this kind of stuff, motivating others, self-development, self-improvement, junkie, all that kind of thing. I do think that people who are into the manifestation stuff, the secret type of stuff, they tend to be on the spectrum, the innocence, desire spectrum, even on one side or the other.